Gameplan live. And we need a goddamn fucking win. Jesus Christ.
And it's game number 5.
Oh, yeah. Game number 5. Yeah, that could have rhymed.
Hey.
You know, I don't usually rhyme.
Yes, you do. You used to throw something in there. Hey.
They gotta give me some inspiration, though. They've been, like, bumming like hell. Like, we getting our ass kicked really bad, man. We got a 36 and a 37 loss.
Come on,
That
dog.
shit is bad, bro.
Come on, dog.
I mean, I'm telling the truth. That shit is bad.
When the last time we scored 20 points, Twiz?
Last year.
Was it?
Offensively.
Who knows?
If we talk
offensively. Offensively, last year. We got 4 touchdowns as a team, bro.
None of them rushes.
I know.
And that's 2 games without a touchdown.
Right. And defense has 2 themselves.
I thought is it 3?
I don't know.
We had 2 in one game.
Yeah, that's almost like defense got as many touchdowns as the offense this season.
Well, what does that equate to? Sad ass team.
Bum grill.
Yeah, that's sad. That's bum shit, man.
Hey, welcome to Young Brothers Game Plan. Coming to you live from 1441 Woods Run Avenue. Hey, they got it all jacked up with this street, but hey, if you can come down Lucky Alley, come up the back way, or you come from Beaver Ave, you can still get here. Come down and see us. We're going to be down here watching the game. I don't know if we on the grill today, but let me get on my live. Can y'all hear us out there? Give us a little feedback. We kind of loud. That's clear, though, fellas.
Yeah, we clear.
I
like that.
I like the clearness.
Hey, Baltimore comes in today, 3-1. Pittsburgh Steelers sitting at 2-2. Doe Bus. They done beat Cleveland and Cincy on the road. This going to be their 3rd division game on the road? That can't happen. We can't let that happen.
I mean, we can't let it happen. You know, hopefully, all us 3 doing is watching and predicting and talking. Yeah. Them boys down there got to take some pride in winning the game. And the coaches got to coach very well. I mean, I'm hearing rumbles about somebody being fired regardless of win, lose, or draw after the bye week, because this is the last game for a bye, so there is no Steeler football next week. So, hey, man.
But don't you think, Big Twiz? I mean, Tomlin's 18-15 against Hardball. We won 5 of the last 6 games against Baltimore. But now remember, I think Lamar didn't play 3 of those games. But all those games been decided within 5 points.
I mean, it's a rival game that brings the dogs out of everybody because it's personal.
What's that hitting like down there? You haven't seen it personally.
It's ugly.
Does it turn up for Baltimore?
Ugly. It turned up for everybody. But this is the type of game that we'll win though. This is the type of game that you'll be like, we don't stand a chance. And this will be the game. This will be the game that will come through and surprise some people. But nonetheless, it's
bumming up against Arizona.
I'm really almost lost for words for this, man.
There's been no light.
Yeah.
There been no light. This is no damn ass season.
Yeah, man. Like, there's not even a glimmer of hope.
I'm down in NRG Stadium just like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
I'm watching these dudes run through the field with the H-Town signs up and down the thing, and this rocket going off. What the fuck?
Where was the fireworks from our side?
Yeah, it's a...
Hey, but going into this game, we already know what's up, man. Lamar Jackson, one of the best in the business. He did get his money, so he's not really putting it up in the air, but he can still run that pill.
He can be consistent, though. He can get it. He had 4 tutties himself last week, 2 rushing, 2 out of his hand, and he's one of the 8 quarterbacks with a pure rocket.
Yeah. His completion percentage is up 12 points from last year.
So he's never going to have the awesome peripheral.
Okay.
That's never going to happen. I mean, he wasn't born with that.
And he's never going to do the 350, 400-yard passing because that's just not dynamically how he's made up.
Yeah.
His dynamic is his feet and his hands. He can twist the ball and he can move his feet.
Right.
Yeah. He'll never have to throw for 300 yards to get a victory because what he ain't gonna get in the air, he gonna get on his feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Twiz, just what you brought up, like last week, he only threw for 186 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He went 15-19.
That's
it.
Because that's all the game called for.
Right.
And then they call it a game like the game called for 189 yards,
but only 19 passes.
19 passes.
I mean, they running that field.
But the sad part about it is, I wish we could do that on our side. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, that will be the recipe. And again, I'm not going to go down to Najee Kenny today. I ain't going to beat him up because our offensive line is trash. So, and I know up
We
front.
took a big step back from what our offensive line ended the season at.
Right.
Remember when we spoke about this? We
Yep.
all spoke about this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? being the defensive lineman, offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? Where was the momentum coming to the next season? Like, you finished strong.
Right.
Matter of fact, you not only finished strong, you started out better than we thought you would.
Right.
You came out like, we like, okay, we got something.
Right.
And then now here we is.
We changed to 5. We let go of Dawson and we brought the dude in from Philly.
Yeah.
And Dawson is still young, but Dawson going to stay healthy.
And-
I think he was
and-
kind of
and-
milking
and-
that injury
and-
after he got hurt.
And still didn't put our first rounder in. He only was in by default.
By default, he played last week.
Yeah.
He's starting this week.
Yes, he is. Yeah, we got two.
We gotta get some action up front, man.
We got two rookies starting this week. We're gonna have Jones at tackle and his teammate from Georgia. I think you brought this up before the podcast with Mount Washington. Can we get a little action from him today? I mean, we're gonna see their
I
tackle.
hope. I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between.
Well, that's all in the keys as we get
Okay,
into this.
okay.
Yeah.
Doe Bus, what's that first key?
Establishing a running game for one time.
A true running game.
We've been saying that every week.
A true running
Yeah,
game. though.
one time.
No, a true running game.
We've been saying that
A
every
true
week.
running game.
I mean, I don't know about how strictly it is this week because we're playing another physical team up
Well,
front.
Yeah.
Can we establish
Yeah.
a running game?
Not a stat run game.
I mean,
That
like,
depends on the offensive line, though.
could the linebackers hit the running backs after 4 yards
Instead of 4 yards in the
1
back.
yard in the backfield
Yeah.
and trying to get out of there?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Najee have to see the holes.
Mm-hmm.
He got a problem with seeing holes. I mean, it's kind of on him too
Yes, I agree.
because his vision is like that's
Blurry.
the worst thing about him. To me, is his vision and the dancing. Of
And
course,
the worst part about it is he doesn't have the vision, but he think he got the vision.
Right.
Well, he think he has the vision.
I think he more of he got the feet. He think he got the feet.
Yeah, that's what that usually
I think
it's like
a
attack.
small scat back.
Like, you should just see hole hit hole because of the type of back he is.
Right. But
That'd be almost a given 4 yards every time.
But Twiz, I think he sees himself as a little faster and
you
scat
can't.
back.
You can't. I mean,
Just from what we observe. Even like Doe said, the
got
dancing
you.
in the hole, that's a little back.
But he's not even a little guy.
No.
He's not light on his feet.
No.
Najee's not light on his feet. When you see Najee run, he doesn't have a butterfly effect to him where you see like he look like
He wants to be.
yeah.
He wants to be.
And that's not his strength.
He's like a gorilla in the tutu.
Yeah, that's
sometimes.
not his strength.
well,
Take off,
last week he did have 71 yards rushing.
But that's a stat. That's a stat line.
I know.
If you watch the game, it wasn't impactful. It wasn't impactful. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the first time I think he averaged at least 5.1 yards a carry in a long time. So,
I mean,
if he can keep that rolling.
You look at it like this. We scored 6 points. I wouldn't give a damn if he had a 200 yards rushing, and we only gonna get 6 points out of it.
Yeah,
That
pretty bad.
That's pretty bad, you know.
So yeah, man, establishing the run game, that's humongous for us, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Humongous for us.
that second key, we got to hit and confuse Lamar
That's
early and often.
That's we honestly and truthfully, our outside backers got to get to him, got to get him off his mark, and then when he comes up, we got to put him on the ground.
Yeah, you got to keep him in the pocket, man. Once he gets outside the pocket, it's a wrap.
Too fast.
And that's when he finds his guy.
Yep.
That's
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, man. Who's still the number one.
And you
no
know-
matter who you bring in, Zay Flowers,
Right.
he's throwing to Mark Andrews had a touchdown last week.
Yeah, he did.
And our
No, Mark
quarterback-
Andrews
and our
had
quarter-
2.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. That's why I even said that.
I'm trying to catch the thought before we go further, but that's how Ben made his living. And he ain't nowhere near athletic as Lamar Jackson.
You're right.
Heath,
Getting outside that pocket, keeping the play alive.
Yep.
Ben is the number one shrugger. There'll never be
Never.
a quarterback to shrug people
Yeah.
off like that.
Never.
Well,
Never.
just looking at it, for real, Lamar, 142.5 QBR last week. Like I said, only 19 attempts.
Yeah.
Our defense, we are good against the tight end. We're only giving up, our rating against tight ends is 63.2. And I forget where that ranks, but I'm going to get into that with my keys. But our inside linebackers really have to show up today.
Yeah, and when you get to him, make the tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
On none of whiffing,
Yeah.
or just running past him, or hit him, explode through the man, bring him down. That's a must.
You think we're going to spy him a little bit today, though?
I mean, who you want to spy him with, Minka? That you have to bring Minka down.
Well, I'm going to get into that with my key.
There ain't no linebacker to spy.
I'm going to get into that with my key because I call somebody.
We don't.
KZ?
We don't.
I think it's going to be KZ or Quan Alexander.
I don't think we got the talent to spy no Lamar Jackson. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's our fastest linebacker, or what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey,
We ain't got the talent.
that third key,
We ain't got
Doe.
the talent for that.
Show something new on offense, man. Win, lose, or draw, Matt Canada.
Is this a death sentence today?
Been a death
The
sentence.
rumors are he's fired. Win, lose, or draw after the bye week to give the guy 2 weeks to come in and prepare. That's the rumor.
Okay.
And now I think that's another elevation guy because it's not Brian Leftwich. So there'll be another elevation guy, whoever this quarterback coach is,
Okay.
elevating him.
Right.
Whatever that
From
means.
from within. So we're going to do another.
So whatever this means, you know, I mean,
Hey, it's getting kind of stale though, Twiz. Hey, do you think we can at least get a touchdown this week?
The only prediction I got is a score. So I mean, yeah, I would. My prediction is that we score.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, a
And
touchdown.
not all field goals, huh?
If we don't get a touchdown, we ain't gonna win.
Twiz, you know this is the first time since 1990 we have not had a rushing touchdown in the first 4 games.
And that just go to show you.
that is atrocious.
And that's kind of the Pittsburgh identity. I mean, if I
That's 33
remember
years.
correctly.
You talking about those are depressing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
depressing.
33 years.
That's depressing, man. That's a depressing stat. Like,
If it goes one more game, that sets the record.
Because this shit is not even vanilla.
this is
anymore.
not.
It's
Yeah,
margarine.
yeah, it's not. It's not. It's
What
not
you
even-
want to see different though, Twiz? I mean, we keep saying,
Guess what?
You know,
Guess
I
what?
need show something
Garlic
good.
butter.
You want tasty. You want the truth.
Shit.
The only truth I can ask for.
Right.
Get Canada out of there, man, and can't nobody do worse than what he's already done.
Well,
You're right about that.
well, you hear Big Ben. They saying Big Ben, but
Listen to what I'm telling you.
When did Big Ben become any type of coach?
I know that's what I'm saying.
But
Man.
this is the thing, though. Remember, Ben called his own plays.
Yeah, he did.
So if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
if he a quarterback that can call his own, that's what I do know. I don't know what goes on in Matt Canada's head when he's up in that box sending them plays down to the field. But this is what I do know. Ben ain't gonna hold back. Ben going to call it. He gonna call it. And matter of fact, any coordinator for outside of Matt Canada is gonna call it. Matt Canada's not even calling it. He doesn't even have a reason for calling one play after another.
Can we get at least some vertical routes?
Some type of vertical routes. All this crossing and backfield passing, and Kenny has to step up too.
I understand.
Bad knee
though.
and all, since you want to play with this bad knee, Kenny. Step your ass up, man.
You know what's
For real.
so crazy?
And
I
that
know
defense is for real too.
Yes,
I know
they
all-
are.
He's
Quan,
making himself
Quan
play.
Smith.
I know all of
Yeah.
hey, that's bubble gum. That whole playing hurt,
Come on,
that's
Twiz.
that's bubble gum. Cause listen, man. Ain't no come on, Twiz.
You think?
If you can't dial it up when you ain't hurt,
Right.
what you think you gonna do when you is hurt? We know you ain't healed. You ain't good when you good.
So you saying he should get out the way?
Come on. Listen.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is, we just being realistic on
Yep.
what we watching and what we seeing. You're not good when you're healthy.
You're right.
So how the hell you gonna get better and you're not healthy?
Well, I'm just going back to our key though.
You can't get away. You couldn't.
I'm agreeing with you.
The reason why you even hurt because you couldn't get away from
Right.
somebody.
Right.
Now you hurt. Now you think you won't get away.
But
from
I'm just saying that's our key. How you going to get creative with a hurt quarterback?
Once again. But if there's ever a whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying that we're going to win being a Steeler fan. These is the type of games that we
end up
win.
winning. Mm-hmm.
These are the type of, with ugly as it's been all season, with ugly as it looked last week against Houston, these is the games that what we always say, play down to the competition,
Yep.
give that away, come back, here go the glimmer of hope.
We lose to the Texans and we win against the Ravens. That's been still in football for
That's
probably
what
the last
it's been.
8-9 years. You know what I mean?
And as you can see, man, that any given Sunday is a true statement.
Yeah, it's a true
It's a true statement, bro. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you go into these weekends and your mind ain't on football,
Right.
you get 2-3 key players and they mind ain't where it need to be, you will take an L.
Especially if they up there blocking.
You would.
coming for the quarterback.
Josh Dobbs just beat the Dallas Cowboys. He was our third string quarterback.
I know.
And he beat the
He's
Dallas
looking good,
Cowboys.
too. He's been looking good.
One thing, mobile.
Baker Mayfield been looking
Mobile.
And I'm just saying that because they both look better than Kenny Pickett.
Man.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, last pick of the draft.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
push
know what
forward.
my stats ain't coming up. It's all good. We're going to push on through. Hey, the fourth key, Doe.
Stop their run. Defensive line has to be sound.
Yeah,
Inside. The whole defensive line, but
right.
you really
Inside
got to
especially.
stop their run. They got 3 people to run.
Yeah.
Lamar Hill and another guy.
Yeah.
It's basically almost an option and a pass defense. It's a read option offense. So, like, hit these boys.
The interior
Clog
line,
these holes.
they got to definitely.
You got to be there and you got to be
sound.
ready.
We're
Gotta
missing,
be
we're
gap
missing
sound.
Cam more than I thought, fellas.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, we definitely.
'Cause
Cam was all pro, too.
with
It's not
Cam-
like he was a bum.
No, I'm not saying he was a bum.
With
I'm
Cam,
just saying he's all pro, man.
What Cam doesn't have in athletic superiority, he has an experience. He has a knowledge of the game. He know how to put himself in position to win, even though maybe his body won't. Maybe his body can't do it physically, but he can do it mentally, where he outsmart a person.
Right.
These cats is just out here brute street, brute strong. You already know in the game of football, man. You take one wrong step, you out of the play.
Right.
Yeah.
Step wrong, and you won't be over the recoup.
Baltimore's averaging 4.4 yards a carry, fellas, and that's fourth in the league. 151 yards per game, though.
Yeah.
On the ground, they're averaging.
Now I got to be third.
Yeah.
Now it got to be third.
I got to be up there. My
Well-
$1.50 in my game.
Well, I didn't get the rating
I
on
know,
that.
I'm just saying, a $1.50 game, that is lovely. That's
Yes.
what you want.
Yeah, that's why he's only throwing it 19 to 20.
Yeah, we
times
can't.
a game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't let them get into their rhythm.
Yeah, we're
we
we're
can't-
allowing
yeah.
4.9 yards per carry.
Yeah,
to
we
running backs.
can't let them get into their rhythm. Because
mean,
once they get in their rhythm, it's pretty much a wrap. Because then he'll start play action and that's when you catch Andrews in them seam routes
Yep.
down the field, and it'll get ugly from that
Right,
point.
right. So
I mean, it has to be up front. It just has to be. And the inside linebackers got to ball up with those guys, man.
there you go.
I mean, it has to
You
be.
gotta be
It has to be a
hole-fillers.
really lovely game on defense.
You got to be
We can't-
hole fillers.
We've been getting ran all over. I mean, ran all over. Screen played and ran all over.
Doug,
Some gotta
4.9
give.
yards a carry. That's 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, that's
It's a
ugly.
first down every 2 touches.
There you go.
That's no good.
That's no good.
That's no good.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
no good.
That's 2 rushes and a brotherly, what they call it, the brotherly push with the
Yeah,
quarterback
that's not-
first
yeah.
down, huh?
You can't win football games.
Not at 5 yards a
Not at
clip.
5 yards a clip.
No.
And KZ's too small of a free. What is he? Free safety? No, he's
Well, he is the strong safety.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's too small to be taking on these running backs.
Yeah, he's smaller than Terrell.
Yeah.
Edmonds, who played, well, that's,
Yeah, he's a lot
that's what
smaller
he found
than
out.
Terrell wasn't small.
No, but Casey's smaller.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Casey's smaller. I'd rather
Terrell was just small in his heart.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
He had no
He had the
heartbeat.
guns and all that, but that was all for show.
He ain't got no football. He ain't got. I'm trying to figure out. It must have skipped him because his brother got it. His brother's
Yeah,
a
his brother,
thumper.
dog.
twin brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, they're twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, you know, sometimes
more.
one get daddy, sometimes one get mommy.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No,
Your
right.
twin brother
you're
massively
right.
bigger than
yeah,
you too.
yeah,
Yeah, so he's 6'5".
Yeah.
Linebacker, middle linebacker.
Middle
Yes,
linebacker.
hell.
Yes, he is.
Thumper.
Hey, he playing right now. I don't know what the score of that game is, but hey, our fifth key is.
Oh, he in Chicago now. He ain't with Buffalo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
he with
right.
Chicago.
I forgot.
Chicago
You're
getting
right.
their bag.
Yeah.
Our fifth key today, and this is something that we already talked about this a little bit earlier, but can we establish an identity as a whole football team, fellas?
No,
Oh God.
no, that's. You need to pray to all the gods to get that. Every
Franco,
day.
if you're in heaven,
Oh my goodness.
sprinkle that 32 love on us
Yeah.
right now.
All the Stiller gods.
I'm trying to give us
All
some.
the
And they
Jack-
got a bunch of them.
I'm trying to give us some Jack
White,
Lambert.
white.
Hey, you got to pray to
Jack
all.
Lambert's alive.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to get us some Jack Lambert vibes. You know what I
Honestly,
mean?
truthfully, yo,
That's stopping the run.
want some real to real.
Got stopping the run.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that all the way around they need to establish as a football team. Do we stop the run? Do we stop the pass? Do we pass or do we run?
Just think about it, fellas. We don't stop the run anymore. We giving up 4.9.
We don't stop the run. We don't run.
We don't stop the pass. We don't even run the ball ourselves. Those are all part of the identity that Steelers we have lived on for years and years.
That's the identity of a football team, not named the Steelers. You have to have that.
You're right.
The Steelers don't need that. Every team needs that.
Every
we
team.
don't have none of that. But you know what? These cats.
This is going to be that game.
These cats don't understand. I'm telling you, that era of these dudes understanding who they really playing for doesn't exist. They need to bring them old guys back into them locker rooms and get them. Nah, I don't think they come.
Yes, they do. Mel Blanc was there.
No, answer me this.
That
Twins.
first game, it was there for that Franco. It was all
Yeah, but that was for Franco.
Because I'm agree with
They
Doe.
need to be in the building.
I'm
more.
agree with Doe on that. But do you think?
I don't think it's receptive as much as
There
the
you go.
Young Bucks.
And that's what
Young
I'm-
Bucks
You know
really
why?
don't care too much.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because
That's what I was.
gas.
That's what I was going to say, Doe.
That's why
Brand gas.
That's why you got to bring the old heads down so they can hear it.
No, what Doe's saying is they're around, Twins.
They're not
The
receptive.
young guys don't even respect
They're
that.
not around.
Okay.
They're not around. They're not around.
Not like they should.
They're not in the building, bro.
Okay.
You know how much history we got? You know how many legends we got that done
Yeah.
come through here
Yeah.
that's still upright and walking?
Yeah.
Mel Blunt changed the game of football, bro.
Yeah, they put rules in for Mel.
Exactly. There's a lot of people. Mean Joe Green is still like these dudes need to hear it so they can. You know how you get that pep talk, man, where somebody say something to you and you be like, damn.
I think if you put them on TikTok, they probably listen to it more.
No, they need it up. They need it right here. You see how when we sit here and we talk amongst each other, the vibe.
Doe said they're not receptive to that.
I just don't know with the young athletes.
You gotta.
They're different?
You gotta try.
You can try.
You gotta try.
But I just don't know.
You gotta try. You gotta try. Because we all know that
It's worth the try.
it's
It
what-
is.
That's what I'm saying. We all know, man, that phone is demonic, man.
Yeah.
That phone would distort anybody.
Yeah.
Celebrity, football player, regular dude in the hood, regular chick in the hood, it'll get anybody.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, you gotta reel them like, listen, man, focus on this game. You know why Juju Smith-Schuster and Claypool is not Steelers? Claypool literally is a talent.
He at Miami now.
As fifth string.
Yeah.
But we might see him get busy.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
That
You know
offensive
why?
string.
That ordinary
You know why?
coordinator was using.
Listen.
How?
Listen.
They got Robbie the Chosen.
he's-
Dude, Robbie Anderson changed his name to Robbie
He's
the
I
Chosen.
know.
He's
It's in front of
done up here.
Yeah.
This is the dude that said we need more music at practice.
Yeah.
That's not. You're done.
Yeah,
when you make comments like that, you're done. You're done.
Mike
You're
Tomlin
done, bro.
Got rid of him. I tell you
You're
that.
done, bro.
Going into our call outs, fellas. Hey, we always gonna get all them call outs. And these dudes better do something today, or it could be ugly for us, all right? So we gonna get into our call outs. Big Twiz, who's your offensive call out?
O-line, man.
Everybody.
It's two.
All five.
It's two
All
things in
five?
football world that's consistent with everything. No O-line, no quarterback. You don't win football game.
True.
And it start with the O-line before it start with the quarterback.
You're right. You're right.
O-line is first and foremost. You ain't got that, you ain't winning. So O-line definitely got to at minimum be performance.
Well, we gonna see if Herbig.
That's the bottom tier of with the O-line. Anything less than a B, we're gonna take an L.
Herbig, Salamu, or what's his name from Philly,
Salamu.
Jones, and Washington are all starting today, though. Think that'll give us a
So Chooks is out too?
yeah. Yep.
Who is Washington? That's a
No. Washington's tight end. Fryermuth's out.
Okay, well, Chooks is playing it.
Yeah.
All right, then. So it's two out. Herbig and Daniels is out.
Right.
And so is Moore.
More.
What is wrong with Daniels? What is exactly
I'm not
wrong?
sure. I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't think.
Second game.
Because to be honest with you, I think Daniels was our best offensive
Because
lineman.
Herbig has no quickness to me. He's just like a slug.
He's heavy. He's a.
What does that mean?
He's a masher.
Well, he got to mash to make some potatoes then. Because shit, I didn't see nothing in that Texans game, brother. Nothing.
He's a little slow. I mean, that was.
I
his
just
first,
said that.
Yeah, but I mean, that was his first action all year.
Well, him and Roger James, they got to grow up right now.
Right now.
Today.
Yeah. And Jones is playing.
One
against
thing for sure,
James.
they gonna grow up. One way or another, they gonna grow up. They gonna grow up to realize I ain't shit,
Uh-huh.
or they gonna grow up and realize I need to work harder. or they're gonna realize that I belong here.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
It gotta be I belong here, man.
Yeah, it gotta be that.
Yeah, that has to be that.
Listen, the trench. You already know the rules of the trench. I see you next play. That's what it got to be. I see you next play. You can't get dogged and be like, damn, he got me. Damn, he's strong as hell.
Yeah.
You start playing them seeds again,
Doubting.
and you can't doubt him. You start doubting yourself. Damn, he's damn, he's strong as hell.
Then you see that in your play.
Man, listen.
And them trenches ain't no joke.
I'm only saying this because it really did something for me. There was a highlight of Debo playing against New England. He killed 72. 72 is walking back into the locker room talking to his other offensive lineman. He said, that guy beat me 3 times with the same move. That's how strong Debo was.
But all in his head. Yep.
How do you get beat 3 times with the same moves?
Debo. Kent State. Who's your offense? Who's your offensive Doe Bus?
Pickett, man. You want to play with this brace on, boy?
Yeah. He took the brace
Brace
off.
the
though.
moment.
Yeah,
He took the brace off.
He might got a sleeve.
Well, the brace is off.
Yeah.
Use the wheels. Run. Be an animal today.
And quit turning
Be
your
different.
back to the defensive line like you
I don't want to
fast
see
enough.
another pirouette in my life from you. Step up, throw the rock, throw vertical cause. If Canada don't give you an audible, use your hands in the ground.
Yeah. Draw it up.
Do something that you see when you see on the field and you make a play. He has to make plays today, guys. If he's not making plays today, we lose.
We lose. We do.
And it can't be just get 2 touchdowns. I said 17 points. Twizzy said 17. Hey, man, try to get 28.
Yeah. Light it up.
Doe, you went from praying
just
for
saying.
20 to score 28.
We speaking of what we capable
praying
of.
for 20
Yeah.
points.
I'm done with the prayers now. They're not working.
The Stiller gods ain't
forced it down the throat.
The Stiller gods ain't coming. They're not coming to save us.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is Kenny definitely, again, offensive line, we ain't going to keep beating it up. They trash. But Kenny, you were drafted in the first round, my man. And from the end of last year to this year, you've regressed to me. So
He's regressed to everybody. Can't nobody say he's.
I don't think nobody's really calling him out lately, though.
Well, you know why?
You know what I mean? I'm
Not
just saying.
Canada. They
Right.
tying it all together.
Right,
They
there you
saying,
go.
You know, a couple people say Kenny got to play better, but at the end of the day, man, he got to get up in front of this podium
Yep.
and say the right thing. You see what happens when you say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You get shipped to Miami.
Yeah, you get a
You
bag.
see what happened when you get to run of your mouth.
Yeah.
You see when Randy Moss stepped up to that podium in New England, Bill Belichick, as good as he was,
let's get ready.
Bill Belichick got his ass out of there. He can't be in love with Matt Canada.
But what I'm getting at is, man, I mean, and we as NFL fans, not only Steeler fans, with the high standard we have, but in the NFL now, fellas, there's no patience for quarterbacks anymore.
You get 2 seasons.
That's it.
You get 2. Right now, he hasn't had a full season.
I understand, though, but
I know, but I'm just saying.
you know what I
You
mean?
get 2 season player.
But this
You
is
too.
So you're saying this is going to be it then, right?
If he doesn't play well this season, they're going to have to draft another quarterback. I'll be mad if they don't draft a quarterback.
Okay.
Because the quarterback
you can't keep sticking it out.
Yeah.
You can't keep sticking
That's
it out.
how he has to play really well the
Can't
rest of
keep
the
sticking
season.
it
Right.
out. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this draft coming up is 10 QBs heavy.
Heavy.
Nice dudes.
Yes, they are.
There's no way you can play around.
Okay.
Even if we walk out of here with a losing season, you got to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
There ain't no way around that.
Damn.
There ain't no way
Y'all-
around that.
Y'all worse
Unless
than
he
me.
got a losing season and he put up 40 of them things.
Listen, man, yeah.
38, 35.
Yeah, like somebody just turn around and he just,
low picks.
you know what I mean? Or the best thing that,
He only
you know,
has 4 right
you know the
now,
best thing
right?
that can happen? This is the best thing that can happen. This is the best thing that can happen to Steeler football right now as we sit here.
Okay.
Matt Canada get fired.
Yeah.
Somebody comes in and Kenny just turns into a whole nother quarterback.
Okay.
That is the best scenario we can
We
have.
can ask for it, yeah.
That's the best scenario
Because
we
we
can
will
have.
have to use draft capital on another quarterback.
That's the best thing that can happen for us. Now we got action. Now we got another draft to build and get stronger. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine? But there's going to be scrutiny behind that.
Yes, it is.
There's going to be scrutiny if a coordinator comes in and Kenny lights it up. Because guess what they're going to say? Should have been did this shit.
Well, all I'm saying, fellas, we can't have another week like last week. He had 114 yards, 5 yards per attempt, interception, no touchdowns.
I just want to enjoy my Sunday.
That's all. We can't have
just
another
want
week
to
like last
enjoy
week,
my
though.
Sundays, man.
You hear that, Kenny? Let's get it, baby.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy my Sundays.
My offensive call out, fellas, and I beats him up. I beats up Pickett and I beats up this dude. But Najee Harris, you got to do something today, baby. You know what I mean? See the hole, hit the hole.
Use your freaking ass.
Put your foot in. You had that nice run last week where you put your foot in the ground. You wasn't dancing. You hit the hole. Now you started dancing after you got to the second level. But I just think Najee, with this year, Najee's 49 carries, only 210 yards, 4.3 yards as his average, which is pretty decent. But cool. 0 TDs for your starting your starting running back. That can't happen. Hey, that ain't Steeler football. That ain't NFL. That's no football. That's no football.
But
that's Pee Wee going up.
Not to keep rewinding, but the same thing happened last year. It just happened to a receiver.
There you go. I was.
So now we trading in the running back for the receiver. Last year, Tay didn't have a touchdown. Now Najee, number one back, ain't got a rushing touchdown.
Yeah,
and that falls on the Maple Leaf flag, dude.
Yep.
Canada,
MC.
my home.
We ain't talking about Mariah Carey.
Hey, Big Twiz. And like I said, I ain't going to keep on going on Najee because we talk about Najee and Kenny all show. Mm-hmm. But Big Twiz, who's your defensive call out?
The interior defensive line.
Okay.
That was we spoke on it earlier with the key points of the game and winning the game.
And we are missing Cam a lot.
Gotta be missing Cam for sure. Too. But we gotta be really, really gap sound. Don't shave your gap. Mm-hmm. If you're supposed to be in the gap, attack the gap. Even if they get you when you attack the gap, make sure you attack the gap. Because then that means somebody else, there's a reason for you to attack that gap.
Right.
You start shaving because you don't want to attack the gap because somebody is hurting you. And then that's when them big runs and people out of place. Yeah. That's why Bill Belichick always used to say, not to bring up another, but Bill Belichick used to always say, do your job. If everybody do their job, everybody will be where they're supposed to be.
Well, I'm going to give you another name. Remember I told you about betting about 2 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. We're going to see another young boy today. And I want to say it's Fehoko is his last name, but Brendan, is it Brandon? Brendan Fehoko?
I don't know. I know he's starting for Leal.
Yeah.
Leal's out
yeah.
too.
Okay. He's going to be another one that needs to step up, like you're calling out the interior line. Yeah. Watch for him today.
I'm going to put it, what's his number?
I'll find it. I did see it earlier today. Mm-hmm. I wrote him and Desmond King, dude we got from Texas. They're going to get some wreck today.
Desmond King and the rest of the secondary. Please.
Make a splash play, do something.
I mean, I know it's hard to play corner. That's why I don't knock corner so much.
Corner is a hard
I'll get passed on.
Right.
And sometimes you're there. But, God damn it.
Well, I don't think we're going to see Joey Porter as much. I think we're going to see Desmond King more. But with the two starters out there, don't you think both of them should be getting more playing time?
Joey P.J. needs more playing time.
He need to.
I don't give a damn whether. JPJ, man. Man, shit.
I don't understand it.
And then when you look at his numbers when
he said he's not ready.
I don't get it.
Well, they
Tomlin's saying he's not ready.
I don't get it. Coaching is saying he's not ready.
I don't understand it. But I don't understand that. You know why?
Why?
Because I don't understand. And we going back some years. Uh-huh. You saying JPJ ain't ready? You big for Artie Burns.
Yeah. Well, they drafted him number 1, I think.
Joey was damn near number. He was
right. First pick, second round.
Joey was supposed to be top 12 pick and just dropped.
Right.
If we being technical, but it ain't about where they predict you; it's where you go.
The two corners went above him.
They was doggies.
Yeah, they are.
They was doggies. Yeah, they were doggies. That's why I said they doggies. They doggies. They out there biting. They ain't barking. They biting.
Yeah, Gonzalez
got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. He's out for the year.
Yeah,
he's a dog.
But that's what I'm saying. You bench. I'm just figuring out.
I didn't know he was that big.
Levi don't need benched. Levi don't need benched.
Yeah.
Levi. Listen. Levi gonna give up 1,800 yards passing this season, bro. They tearing his ass up.
Peterson looked like she went to safety.
Before we get into these last two call outs.
That was hey. You hear what Doe just said?
Yeah.
You know what? Mika and Patrick at safety, and JPJ at corner.
That's what should happen.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Not this dude old.
That sounds good right there.
Like I said, I don't want to keep beating it up, man. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with Tomlin.
That sounds good.
I don't.
At this point, honestly, I don't think nobody does. I don't know.
Right.
Doe don't know.
Right.
You don't know. The Stiller Nation don't know. You just
some things just don't make any sense.
It's only when it don't make sense. I just go to logic.
Okay.
What's the logic?
Well, yeah, I'll just go real quick here. Big B, Del Rico, Grinch, Thug, Red, Lil Durham, Terry Turk, Jamar Bosley, and the Raven is watching.
Keenan.
See, I ain't got none of that.
Bro, Keenan, the Raven is watching. Lil Mar back in Pittsburgh, ain't he?
Yeah.
What's up, Mar?
Yeah.
Doe Bus, who's your defensive call out?
That defense call out is number 90, man. He had 0 last week on the sacks. Can't have that.
Oh yeah, I ain't even tripping on him.
You gotta have that. You got to.
I think 90
You got to be
90.
We need a strip fumble or something. We just need him to be big. You going against the right tackle, which they always make you go against the weak link at a 5. They never put him on the left.
Hey, Doe, that's going to be
So,
tough.
come on now.
Lamar's getting rid of the ball in 2.6 seconds.
That's cool.
It's ninth in the NFL.
That's cool. That's cool.
He's getting rid of that.
It ain't number 1. That's
cool.
ninth.
I know.
But guess what?
But he's getting rid of it.
But guess
quick.
what? 90 loves football.
I understand.
90 gonna come to play football today.
But like
Well,
I
have
said,
to,
we had 0 last week.
90,
He's getting rid of it faster than
he remembers that.
Stroud.
Yeah, but you could get rid of it, but if you ain't got nobody to get rid of to, that bitch gonna be in your hand.
Well, that's going to go back to, and then I ain't going to keep reverting, but what your corner's looking like then.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand what I'm saying? What your corner,
You got to dial it up.
What your corner's looking like. We just talked about Peterson and Wallace. If they can't cover, he getting rid of that.
I mean, we left the DC off the board, but he can when Canada walking out, he can strap
Austin, Terry Austin?
Our defensive coordinator.
Austin?
Our defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
When Canada walk, he can walk with him.
Line him up.
He's not doing nothing. He's not
He
doing
ain't
nothing.
dialing nothing up?
Listen, everything that our players is doing on defense, they're doing because of their athletic ability. It's not scheme.
So, hold on, I just want to stay there.
It's not
real quick.
scheme.
So you saying we probably seen 2 of our defensive best games this year that we've seen in years.
You see?
Am I correct?
Do you see? How many?
We've had 2 this year. I'm just.
In history,
You're saying that's on
in history of
pure
football.
talent.
That's not no scheme.
Play calling.
TJ getting sacks isn't a scheme. That's TJ being TJ.
Okay.
But you tell me this.
It needs to be a scheme sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to move around.
Yeah. But how many defenses in the history of the NFL scored 2 touchdowns a game? Look that stat up.
Not many.
And we did it back-to-back years.
That's what I'm saying.
We did that last year and we did it this year.
Yeah, so
what they're saying, you don't get that by not being talented.
So you're saying Austin had nothing to do with that, is what I'm saying.
My thing
He
is,
didn't dial that up. It was TJ's athletic ability, high
he
speed.
ain't dialing you see it. He ain't dialing it up just like Matt Canada ain't dialing it up. It looks lethargic. And guess what's happening? The players, that's the player. Like George Pickens is supposed to be, but what does George do? He makes the play. He makes the one play, the one-handed catch.
Right, when he gets the call.
And then there's nothing else. That ain't Matt. That's George. You see what I'm saying? That's George.
Yeah.
Now, when George gets 12 targets
Right.
for 8, and he catch 8 of them for 112 with
Right.
2 touchdowns, that's a scheme.
Okay.
You feel me?
That ain't happening.
Ain't going
That's what I was about to say. When is this going to
8
happen?
catches.
Toast to that.
When is that going to happen?
8 catches like shit.
Hey, my defense
12 targets? Shit.
That ain't happening.
He's lucky to get 12 in 3 games.
The hell?
He hasn't.
That's why I said
my
it.
stat phone is
That's
out.
why I said it.
He hasn't.
He lucky to
I
get
can
12
tell
in
you
3
that.
games.
He hasn't.
Speak on it.
My defensive call out, fellas, and we ain't called him out all year, but Quan Alexander, we picked you up, free agent. I
don't believe he starts. He might start today.
Yeah, well, my thing is, I like him because it seems like, just to me, I'm not saying he's our best covered linebacker, though, but he drops a lot. And I think he has the speed to hang with Andrews or spy on Lamar. Because I just think Casey's too small to come down in that box and handle Lamar. You almost got to have, who was they doing that on yesterday? I seen a team, they was doing something on the boy from USC where it was almost like a delayed spy where they would blitz him and then the second dude behind him was mirroring him everywhere. We need a dude like that.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Listen, we all know Andrews is his best receiver.
He's that dude.
Guess what? Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Put the toe tag on him.
Put
and
them
zip him
pink
up.
dreads
Zip him
on
up.
him.
Zip him up. Listen.
I don't like that though.
Listen.
So I don't.
Listen.
Brother with pink dreads, I don't like.
You ever? Who's the guy? Doe? I know Doe gonna know. Who's the guy that played for? The one that was getting in a fight with Richard Sherman to pull his chain off. What was his name? The one that shot the dude over.
Crabtree.
Not Crabtree.
No,
the other guy.
What's his name? God,
It sounds like a Muslim name almost, ain't it?
He
San
played
Fran?
cornerback. No, he played
corner.
cornerback for Denver and
And Patriots.
the Patriots.
Oh,
Khalid?
yeah, Khalil.
What's his name?
Damn, I can't remember his name.
Remember his
right
name?
now. I know his face, dude.
Ballhead boy.
Yeah,
Bald head dude.
I know his face right now.
Bill Belichick wanted him to come back to just strictly watch.
Tampa Bay drafted him. That's where he
Yep.
started from. What the hell's his name?
Belichick wanted him. He was done.
Right.
Belichick called him and said, "I just want you to watch every team's best tight end. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do the whole game. Is just watch every team's best tight end."
The tight ends will kill you.
Yep.
They
He
will
said
kill.
that was his assignment. That was he said. But that was his job to watch the best tight end. Go ahead and put somebody on Andrews and make him throw somewhere else.
But yeah, Quan
Make
got
him go
20, he
somewhere
got
else.
22 tackles on the year, though. I think he's like third on the team in tackles. So
Maybe that's where King comes in today.
Yeah.
Desmond King.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about, getting some play. Maybe,
Yeah.
but he's small as hell.
You're right. That's
try to
what I
watch
said.
Andrews.
Yeah, corner. I don't see that.
Jordan
You know
has
what
the size, but Jordan, I don't. Does Jordan?
But when
have
you,
feet?
when you got that athletic ability, you can be a small corner and
Oh, I know. Yeah,
and,
but
and dog.
JPJ can watch him.
Yeah.
but they're saying.
Yeah, I like that. I like that better than any of them.
What I heard about JPJ this week, and I don't take no, I didn't even understand this comment, was
He's
he's
trouble
having
with his schemes.
with his
That's what I
tackling. He said he has problems tackling, and since this is I
I hear
agree
you.
with
I'm
it.
with you.
Since this is going to be a physical game where they're going to run the ball more, that he's not going to get as much playing time in this game.
He has a problem tackling. Well, I mean,
I think they're
that's-
bringing up any
I
excuse
think that's a team
not
problem.
to play the
I
exactly.
see a lot of cats out there not putting people on the ground when they supposed to.
I see KZ missing a lot.
I mean, last time I checked, don't we give up 5 yards a rush?
Yes, we do.
That dude's missing tackles.
That's ain't we giving up screens? What does that mean when you give up a screen?
Hey,
You give him a try, regardless
Come
of what
on,
you see.
hey, fellas, I see we was pretty much all the same on these predictions. Hey, Doe, go ahead and you might as well give them all out because basically we said
we all
it's
all
kind of
right
sad though, fellas.
Me and Big Twan 17-14, KY 17-16. If we can score 17 points,
We
might
can't score
win this ball
20
game.
points though.
We just predicted.
We got two.
Listen, it's 3 phases.
I'm going to
It's
pray.
3 phases of
I'm
football.
going to take it up for Doe.
It's 3 phases of football that can all give you points. So however they come, they come. I wouldn't give a damn if the offense only gave us 3 points and we win. That's all I'm
Canada.
concerned about.
Oh, Canada.
Don't even do it.
Can
Stop,
we
please.
get
There you
20
go.
points?
Yeah, dude.
Can we get 20 points, Twiz? But anyway,
We'll find that out at 3:30.
Yeah.
That's when we'll find out if we can get 20 points.
I mean, this is a nail biter. We got to find out
Yeah.
at 3:30. But
It's almost
anyway,
time to lock in.
we gave y'all 5 keys. We gave y'all the predictions, and we also gave y'all some call outs. If these boys do their thing, we win the game. If not, we don't take the blame here.
Never, ever, ever take the blame.
I ain't taking the blame.
Well,
I ain't
Never
taking the blame
take the
for a
blame
bunch of
why we
millionaires.
game.
a bunch of millionaires.
I ain't taking the blame
that
for
ain't
no
getting in the
millionaires.
playbook and ain't working on their
I ain't
craft.
taking the
dog.
blame for no millionaires.
Ain't hitting the weight room.
Supposed to be playing the game that they love.
Ain't eating right. Ain't doing nothing right.
We don't know nothing about that shit you talking.
Yeah.
Well,
One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. What we do know is
They losing.
they lose. That's what we do. That's
On
what we
TV
do.
live.
hey,
In front of everybody.
but before we get up out of here, hey, R.I.P. my man Roy.
Yeah, that was
terrible.
That was just.
They having something for him today out Eon.
Oh, Eon.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
check them out.
Matter of fact, that started already at
Yeah,
noon.
yeah. Go ahead out, check them out. All proceeds go to the family. But hey, we blessed to be here. We gonna keep talking our Stiller bull junk, and hopefully we get a victory today and go
3-2.
3-2. Yeah,
2-0 in the division.
2-0 in the division. Baltimore goes to 3-2, and they'd be 2-1 in the division. So we'd be right behind them again. If we'd have won that Texas game, we'd be going in fighting for the first place today. But
We just need whether we in first place after this game or not, we just need to establish a football team.
Yeah,
Period.
some way, somehow.
Just establish a
And
football
work on
team.
that.
That's
it.
key. That's
it.
key.
Every week, wake up to be a better Steeler than you was last week.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
That's all a Steeler fan can ask of a Steeler player. Is just because they got to understand the pulse of how we feel about Steeler football. There's some people that live and die for this. You understand what I'm saying? Literally. Literally. Like, Doe's a historian of. Doe can run you 70 stats, 80 stats. He can run it all to you. You understand what I'm saying? They got to understand the connection between the fans and them. When Tay gets to the podium talking, well, you think you could do it better, get out. That ain't what you say,
So
Tay.
you're saying we're a different city.
Man, don't no city rock like us
Man,
when it comes to
when
our
they
football.
won Super Bowls, they never popped no champagne. Yeah, it's different.
Period.
Well, you was on. Don't you even go there because you was on me about Super Bowl bus. I know it's different.
I'm talking.
I'm just
about
saying that
the
should
hard-
still be the
I'm
standard.
talking about the mentality of working.
Yeah.
It should still be the mentality. That should still be the standard. We done got way far away from that. And I'm just trying to mesh.
Want to win a game now.
I'm just trying to mesh you 2 points together. As they don't know, we've lowered our expectations as fans in this city. We've lowered our.
Only by default though.
Yeah.
Only by default because
I don't care how it happened, Twiz.
Yeah, definitely. You lower them because
You know what I'm saying.
You know why you lower your standards? Because you're being realistic about what you're watching.
Yes.
That's why you lower your standards. You can be a fanatic and jump up and down, and then don't get it twisted. There's Steelers for life. Win, lose, or draw. It's
Right.
Steelers for life.
I refuse to lie to myself.
But I'm not going to sit here and fool myself and think that we playing quality football when we not.
And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to that camera.
So
I ain't gonna
lie to you.
This is gonna wax forever. The stuff
Yeah.
that stay on this show.
Man.
Hey, but we gonna get up out of here, y'all. For KY,
Doe Bus.
Twiz,
peace.
we out.